I wasn't supposed to be home until Sunday, but thanks to a cancelled conference, I drove up to my lakeside cabin late Friday night, ready for a quiet weekend. Instead, I found lights blazing inside, and strangers unloading groceries into my kitchen. "What the?" I muttered, stepping out of my truck. A woman turned and smiled. "Hi, you must be the owner. Karen said we could check in early." Karen. I walked in stunned. These people were treating my private cabin like a rental. Their kids were already fighting over bunk beds. My dog's framed photo was on the floor, tossed aside to make room for their cooler. I asked them, "Who gave you the keys?" They said, "Karen from the HOA. We found this place on Lake BNB." My blood ran cold. Karen, the nosy HOA president, had a spare key for emergencies. I'd trusted her. She'd apparently used that key to break into my home and list my cabin online, like it was her personal side hustle. Before I could even process it, I heard screeching tires. A sheriff's cruiser pulled up, and there she was, Karen, red-faced, phone in hand, shrieking to 911. "He's not supposed to be here. He's threatening my guests. He's trespassing." Trespassing. On my own property. I calmly showed the deputy my ID, my deed, and surveillance footage that had automatically recorded Karen unlocking the door 3 days ago and walking in with a tape measure. The deputy's face turned grim fast. "Ma'am," he said, turning to Karen, "you illegally entered this man's home, listed it for rent without permission, and gave strangers access." Karen tried to argue that it's just a community asset going unused, and that he wouldn't mind a little profit sharing. Profit sharing. From my stolen weekend retreat. The renters packed up and left in a panic once they realized what was happening. One of them even asked me for a refund. I pointed them to Karen. The next morning, I filed a police report for unlawful entry, theft by fraud, and property misuse. Karen was hit with criminal charges and sued for damages. Oh, and I called an emergency HOA meeting. Turns out, I'm not the only one she pulled this stunt on. She's no longer the president. She's banned from the HOA entirely. And she's looking at jail time. All because she thought she could turn my home into her personal Airbnb empire. Do subscribe to my channel.